What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Skig, and if you're new to the channel, I make new videos every Friday. Now today is actually a bonus video. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take a look at how I plan to track all my dividend payments for 2020. So get ready for some free game. We're about to get it. Alright guys, so this is my Robinhood portfolio. This is where I'm at currently. Today I am up $43.05. It was a little bit more, but after hours it dropped down $8.17. The market has been kind of crazy today. It has been up and down with some crazy spikes, as you can see here. This point it was up 0.16%, and we had a big dip here which was negative 0.08%, another dip, and then it spiked up here at an increase of 0.20%, and then pretty much it just kind of flattened out for the rest of the day at pretty much where it is now, which is $33,479.36. The reason for the market moving so crazy today was because today the Feds announced rates, and everyone was pretty much waiting to hear what the Fed was saying. And remember now, part of the Fed's job is to protect the economy, especially now with what's going on with, the impending trade wars. We have the tariffs coming up on the 15th of this month. So everyone kind of has a listening ear when the Fed, is going to announce rates. So it says here, Federal Reserve keeps interest rates steady, sees a long pause. And if we go ahead and just click on this real quickly here, it pulls up some information for us. And it says here, the Federal Reserve held its benchmark interest rate steady and signaled no appetite to raise it anytime soon. After lowering rates at their 3 previous meetings to guard the U.S. economy from the effects of trade tensions and global slowdown, Fed officials on Wednesday indicated comfort with leaving policy on hold through next year while keeping an eye on those risks. Their benchmark rate is in a range between 1.5% and 1.75%. So if you have one of those high interest saving accounts, this is pretty much the range that they're going to be reduced to now if they're not already at those rates. All right, so that was a factor for the market acting kind of crazy today. For me also, I own roughly about 6% of my portfolio is in Boeing, and Boeing actually had some issues today as far as them meeting with the FAA and not receiving the news that they wanted with regards to getting the 737 MAX plane up. So that affected my portfolio as well. Now, as far as recent additions, I would say over this week, I've recently added roughly about $200 to my portfolio. I had some other funds in there, and I used some of that to actually go ahead and increase my position in Macerich, or MAC. Macerich, if you guys don't know, it's a real estate investment trust, and pretty much they own malls. Here in New York, they own the Green Acres Mall, and they also own the Queens Center Mall in Queens. So pretty good company. They pay a nice dividend, and I decided to increase my holdings inside this company, and pretty much the funds that I put into the account was used for that purpose. All right, so today we're going to go ahead and take a look at a sheet that I created recently to track my dividends. I'm going to start tracking my dividends in 2020. So starting January of 2020, every dividend payment that I have coming in to my portfolio, I'm going to go ahead and track it. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that sheet right now. All right, so this is the sheet that we're going to go ahead and take a look here. It says dividend payments per month, and I accessed it actually today. All right, so let's go ahead and load up this sheet, And as you can see here, it has several different columns and obviously multiple rows. So just giving you guys an idea of how I actually went ahead and set this up. It's pretty basic, but it works. The first one, we have stocks, and then this lists all the tickers. Then we have the shares that I own for each stock, the dividend payment, the actual dollar amount, the stock price, and then we have the month. So we have January going all the way across to December, and then at the end we have a total for the amount of dividend paid by that particular stock. So as you can see here, the first stock, we have a payment in April, a dividend payment of $1.44, and we're expecting another one in July for $1.44, and October $1.44, and the total for the year for that particular stock is $5.76. Now, when we go ahead and scroll down, it also gives you the total for each month in terms of dividends that you should expect. So as you can see here, 81 month, then 98, then 125, then 70, then 98, then 125, 70, 98, and it keeps going on and on. The grand total so far, if my portfolio stays the exact same way it is now, I should receive in dividends for 2020 is $1,194.93. Now, since I last made and updated this sheet, I have since scaled up on one of my holdings, and this company is ticker MAC, which is Macerich. Now, as you can see here, it shows that I own 10 shares and they pay 75 cents per share. This is the stock price. The next payment I am anticipating is $7.50 for my 10 shares, and that's going to be paid to me in March. Now, if we scroll over here, and we go to the total for the year, for 4 payments of $7.50, I'm expecting $30 in payments for the entire year from Macerich, ticker MAC. Now, recently, I scaled up on that. So we're going to go ahead and adjust this here from the current 10 shares that it's at to 20 shares. And once we go ahead and type in 20 shares, you should see the price change over here. Now you see that it is doubled to $15 for the next dividend payment. And if I don't add any more shares, the next pay period, it will also be $15. Now, this cell has an actual multiplication in here, which is based on the 20 shares times whatever the dividend price is. Now, this sheet was actually just laid out for the entire year of 2020. Now, when it comes on to each individual month that you are paid per share, depending on whether you scaled up, you will have to adjust the shares. So say, for example, for Macerich, I'm going to get paid in March, and we agreed on that, right? If I get paid in March, I would have gotten $15. But let's say the next pay period rolls around again in June, but by June, between this time frame, I managed to purchase, say, 10 more shares before the ex-dividend date, right? So now I would have 20 shares, 30 shares. So we would change that number to 30 shares, and you'll notice here now, back in March, which is not accurate. So to resolve that, what you're going to do is, with the cell highlighted, you're going to go ahead and remove the code and manually type in the $15 here, so we know. Now we know this is accurate, and for June, because we upped the shares to 30, now we have $22.50 in dividend payments from Macerich for the month of June. And as you can see, the rest of the cells, if we go to the next payment, which is in September, it also says $22.50. And then the final payment, which is in December, also says $22.50. So pending that I don't add any more shares, it's going to calculate the information accurately. Now, if you add shares, just like I showed you guys, go ahead and modify the sheet accordingly. What's important though is at the end of the year, this cell, which covers all the payments made from Macerich, has the correct code in it, as you can see here. So what this is going to do is, once you go ahead and make the modifications and add the different payments for each pay period, and for each stock, or most stocks, you will have 4 pay periods for the year in terms of dividends. Then it's going to go ahead and add all these together and give you a grand total of $82.50. So as you can see before, the way I had it set up, where I had only 10 shares, it was roughly giving me about $30 for the year. But then I showed you guys that I recently updated it to 20 shares. And then we did a hypothetical situation where for the remaining 3 dividend payments, I bumped it up to 30 shares. Well, this is what you would be looking at for the year, $82.50 for Macerich. So we're going to go ahead now, and we're going to go ahead and switch this back, because I do not have 30 shares. I actually only own 20 shares of Macerich. So we're going to go ahead and adjust that. And it's going to properly reflect now the $15. Temporarily, for the moment, I'm going to go ahead and just put the code back here. And we're going to leave it like that. So across the board, it's showing $15. And when you go ahead and scroll down the list, it just gives you everything. Every single stock that I own is listed here. We have WPC, we have Reality Income, Stag, and it just keeps going on and on and on. This is another one that I wanted to show you guys, ORC. It's a real estate investment trust. It has I have 126 shares. It pays 8 cents per share, but look, and this is the price, $5.69, but look at the payments. Notice you don't see a skip between like 2 months here and then another 2 months. That's because this actual stock pays monthly. It pays 8 cents per share every month, and I own 126 shares. So if I don't purchase any more shares for 2020, and we go ahead and we scroll across here, when we get to the total for the year, I would have gotten $120.96 in dividends just from owning the 126 shares of ORC and not adding any more shares. Regardless of whether the stock goes up or it goes down, this $120.96 for the year is pretty much guaranteed. And if I purchase more shares, as I showed you guys before with Macerich, this number is only going to go up. So we go ahead and scroll back over here. Another one that's pretty nice too, as far as dividends, we have IBM. Right now, I only own 10 shares of IBM. They pay $1.62 per share. The current price is $133.76 per share. And the dividend payment is being paid out to me $16.20 for the shares that I own. I plan to actually scale up on this to get 20 shares. So hopefully I can get the 20 shares before January, hopefully. And then my payments would obviously be $32.40 for the remaining 4 quarters. But even now at $16.20 for the year, I am roughly looking at $64.80 for the year paid to me in dividends from IBM, regardless of whether the stock goes up or not. And that's the beauty of owning dividend stocks. Another good one here I want to show you guys that I own a lot of is Let's scroll down here. BTI. I own 50 shares of BTI. It currently pays 65 cents per share. This is the current share price, which is $39.48. They pay in February, $32.36 is my anticipated payout. And if we go ahead and we scroll across, we will see that for the year, I am looking to make $129.42 from owning 50 shares of BTI. And again, this number can go up if I scale up and buy more shares, which I intend to as well. And all I have to do is go ahead and make the necessary adjustments for each quarter where I increase shares so that the current payment or the correct payment is reflected here, which will then affect the total. Now, the total of the stocks is all tallied up here towards the end, and it's going to be reflected right here in yellow. So it's pretty cool, you know. This is going to be pretty interesting for me. I am new to dividend investing. I started pretty much trying to heavily put a lot of my stocks into dividend stocks back in September of this year. Before that, my portfolio was primarily growth focused, and I owned a lot of tech companies. So I still own quite a few tech companies because, you know, I own what I understand, and that is my background. I have a technical background in computer programming and making websites, that type of stuff. So those are the kind of companies that I tend to gravitate towards because I'm somewhat knowledgeable on the subject. And I plan to fully track all my dividends for 2020. One thing I can tell you, anything that you track will always improve. And that is so true. You know, if you have a website and you're selling products and you're not monitoring what products are selling fast and what products are not selling fast enough, then eventually you're going to run into problems, you know, and I'm talking about revenue problems. So once you start to monitor your dividends, it's going to give you a very visual picture of where you are currently financially with your portfolio and the direction that you want to go in. You know, once you start looking at the numbers, you might go, this is pretty nice. You know, this company actually pays a nice dividend. Let me look at the 5-year growth chart. Not so bad. I only own 5 shares. Maybe I should scale up on this. And you could go ahead and just punch in the numbers right here, hypothetically, just to see what it would look like if you bought, 10 more shares of that particular stock. And right away, it's going to give you the snapshot, just like I showed you guys with Macerich, of what you're looking to earn towards the end of the year. So it's pretty accurate. It's a good way to stay on top of your finances, and that's why I'm tracking my portfolio. Please let me know, guys, what you think about this video. Leave a comment in the comment section below. If you are new to the channel, I make new videos every Friday. Today's actually a different day because it's, today's a bonus video. I just wanted to make this real quick and show you guys. But like I said, if you like the video, subscribe, smash the like button, share this video if you found it useful with a friend that could use this information. And thanks so much for watching, guys, and y'all have a wonderful and blessed day.